Hi, this is Pat Duckworth, the author of Hot Women Rock, How to Discover Your Midlife Entrepreneurial Mojo. And of course, that's my story of being a public servant for years and then realizing I wasn't happy and making this huge change into being an entrepreneur. And I just love talking to other entrepreneurs about what their journey is and how they got to where they are. So I'm so excited. My guest today is the founder, CEO, and publisher of MY. I'm going to check out with her actually. MY Media and Publishing Group, and she's the creator of MY Magazine, and there's a global issue, My Authentic Life. She's the MY licensing specialist, and that's a business opportunity to own your own magazine in your own area. She also runs the MY Academy, coaching and consulting programs for women business owners, and she's an author and a transformational speaker. Her business experience extends over 20 years, and she's owned and sold multiple businesses. This is just the sort of person that I love talking to, and I know you're going to really enjoy meeting her. So it's a huge welcome to Maria Savoy. Hi, Maria.
Hi, Pat. How are you?
I'm really good, thank you. So let's clear this up straight away. Should I have said MY Magazine or My Magazine?
So I call it MY Magazine. Everyone else says My Magazine. There's no wrong answer.
They're all taking ownership. They all want it.
I love that, right? Ownership. It's their magazine. That's good.
And we met last year in San Diego to start with, and then I came to Detroit and came to visit you at your lovely home, where I'm assuming that's where you are today. They're is it the suburbs of Detroit, or what would you describe it?
A suburb, yeah.
A suburb, and it's so beautiful there. Oh my goodness. Wish I could be there with you.
It's a little bit gloomy day today, but normally it's just been beautiful.
Yeah, we've got lovely sunshine today.
Yes.
So Maria, I really want to know all about your entrepreneurial journey. We haven't got time to hear all of these businesses, but tell me about the pivotal moments in your career.
Well, it's funny because I was married very young and went to college at the same time. And then I was a stay-at-home mom for 13 years, which was my best thing. I loved it. I have 4 children, two grandchildren. Now I'm soon to be married. So that will be many more. And that was a really great time. After that, I got into the publishing world and worked for a women's publication. And it was just incredible, the things that I felt was happening when they were making changes in the community and helping others. So when I did move to Detroit, I was working in radio, and I thought, boy, if it ever made sense, I'd love to do it. It was in me, right? You just know that it's something that you want to do. It's your creative side. You want to make a difference in the world. So I decided I'm going to do it in the worst part or the worst time in the economy. So it was 2008, 2009 when the economy was just going crazy. One of the hardest hit areas was Detroit. I wasn't from here. I'd only lived here 3 years. I just decided that, you know what? People need good in their life. They can grab a cup of coffee, glass of wine, and read a good publication. And that's exactly what happened. So I started out with a local hard copy magazine, had that for 7 years, then moved it into global and did a global magazine as I was cultivating my licensing program to help others to start their own local magazine in their local areas. So it made sense to do that. And now I'm here today. It's 2017 and happy as can be.
So what was it attracted you to publishing? Had you got that background in writing or creative, or?
I didn't. Actually, what I was going to school for was psychology, and it just kind of happened upon me, and I loved it. I loved that we could get messages across in a way that would really help people. And we talk a lot about life purposes, and a lot of people want to live their life purpose, and that's what I hope to help everybody with. Everybody should be able to live their life purpose, but you could get a message across to people in a much larger way than working with them one-on-one, maybe.
Yeah.
Writing. So that was attractive to me.
So how did you develop all these skills that you would need for, I mean, it's a big thing launching a magazine.
A lot of trial and error. You lose a lot of money that way. which is a reason to always work with somebody who knows what they're doing. Although I will tell you that when I worked for the women's publication initially, I learned a lot. It was a franchised or licensed opportunity there. So I worked for a licensee, and he lived in New Mexico. So I ran it and worked with the actual person who did the licensing in Omaha, Nebraska. So I learned a lot, and I knew what I was doing going into it somewhat. And then the 7 years that I did the local publication, it was a trial and error, and I did spend more money than I needed to, which now I, help people to keep the money in their pocket, not everybody else's. But in that time, 4 magazines came and had gone, and I was still there.
Yeah.
So I did something right,
So do you think there's things that you learn in those years that you were home with the children that you brought into your business? Because I think there's a lot of transferable skill that women forget that they've got.
Yes. So I say I was a stay-at-home mom, and I was, but I wasn't all, I also had a couple businesses in there as well.
You see, you can't help but be an entrepreneur.
So I really was, an entrepreneur by heart. So I always kept busy on that front as well, even though my main job was raising my children. And I loved the flexibility, and I loved being able to take my kids places. And that's one of the things I love about what I do now, because people can do that.
Yeah.
Their family should always come first.
Yeah. But one of the things I say to women is, you might think, well, I've been at home a lot of years, but you've probably learned project management skills. You've learned time management. You've learned to be a taxi driver. You've learned negotiation skills.
You're a finance person. You're everything. Yeah.
And, all of that can stand you in good stead.
Yes.
Yeah.
It teaches you how to, and you multitask so well. You learned it. 4 kids. And they were all, within 2 to 3 years apart. So it was amazing time, but it continues to be an amazing time.
Yeah. But, the other thing that I'm hearing is this kind of evolving through your businesses, because again, I think sometimes women think they've got to kind of nail it first go. If their business doesn't succeed, it wasn't for them. But, I'm hearing you evolving through all these businesses and learning all of the time.
Yes. So what people have to understand is they have to start with a good base. They have to have a good, a good vision, a good mission, a good purpose as to why they are wanting to do this business in the first place, and not forget that. Because so many times people get caught up in the marketing and the branding and the, all of the social media, and they forget why they're doing it in the first place.
Yeah.
And that's what I teach people. You stay grounded, you stay, and that just breeds success.
Yeah.
When you know what you're doing. So working with, and most successful business owners work with someone. No one can do it alone. There's so much to learn, and so much success to be had, and so many people to touch, that it is wise to work with somebody on some level, whatever level that is for you, to be able to get ideas and cultivate that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So this is Pat Duckworth, the author of Hot Women Rock, talking to Maria Savoy, the CEO and founder of MY, or My Magazine. We're taking ownership. So Maria, I'm hearing you say a lot about vision and purpose, and that to me is so important as the thing that kind of guides everything else that we do. So first of all, tell me, were you born with a purpose, or is this something that's evolved for you?
I've always been purpose driven. I have a very strong faith, always have. And so I just always knew I was here to help others. I don't know why. From a very young age, I just knew. And so, I come from, growing up, I had a wonderful mother, beautiful, wonderful mother. I have to say that right up front. So she has taught me how to move through adversity with grace. We've had a lot of adversity growing up. I grew up with an alcoholic father, an abusive father. So when you do that and you move through it in a way, knowing that you have a purpose here on earth, it drives you to find that purpose.
Yeah.
And to help others and to want to help others. I mean, so many people, after going through horrendous things in their life, become very codependent, right? Because they want to take control of the situation and they want to help people. But this is a way that if you can find your purpose in life, it kind of eases that a little bit. And then you can, drive yourself to that purpose.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that, because I think sometimes women think that somebody who's successful, it's all been easy and they've just glided their way. But I found really successful people who use the challenges they'd had to really sort of superpower what they were trying to do. So thank you for sharing that. And how have you used that purpose to develop your vision for what you do now?
Well, I'll share my vision, and then it kind of explains, my thought process, I think. So our vision is a universe that models integrity. It cultivates creativity and embraces uniqueness.
Wow.
So together we can create a world where everyone has a sense of purpose and where community is celebrated by empowering others to live their passion. So what I have created in my business is something that is kind of in me. It's innate in me. The magazine, the global magazine that we have, helps others to live their best life. And that's what I want for everybody, to live their best life.
Yeah, I love that, because that's what I want. So
we all want to live our best life, right?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And we want to be empowered and inspired and know our worth, right? So then by allowing others to maybe come into a business opportunity that can do the same for their local communities. I'm only one person. I can only touch so many people. But by opening up this licensing opportunity to help others to open up a magazine with their passion, they're all helping people in different ways maybe than I could. And we're touching so many more people.
Yeah.
To change the world. Because ultimately, we just want to change the world to be the best world that it can be.
Yeah, heaven knows we need it at the moment. So the My Magazine, or MY, is moving into a whole new era.
Yes.
It's evolving into something that could have specialist subjects in it, or?
Yes, so I really customize a magazine to what people want. It could be my fitness, my healthy living. It could be my Texas. It could be the area that you live in, whatever you want to call it, but whatever your passion is. So if somebody really likes, for example, fitness and healthy living, maybe they want it to be a fitness and healthy living magazine. It targets women because, of course, advertisers want to be a part of that. They all target women, and if they're not, they should. Because we're a pretty dynamic group of people.
And we're often the purchasers.
Right. So the training that I take people through helps to customize it to their purpose, not necessarily mine, but to theirs. And then in going through my training, it empowers and inspires them to get their message out in a way that no one else can in their community, making them the leader of their community and quite possibly, the most sought after magazine in their area.
Yeah.
And that breeds success like nobody's business. I've been so successful with the local publication that it's, for me, it's a no-brainer, but I love what I do.
Yeah.
I want everyone to make a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I help people do, and I work with them for a year.
Yeah.
It's not something that they don't purchase a license and I give them a 5-day training and say, see you later, bye. Because that doesn't help anybody. I want them to be successful. So that's, and I believe that words are so strong and so it touches people's hearts. Mm-hmm. So whatever these people have to say that want to open this magazine, it's worth saying because people will listen.
Yeah. Yeah, lovely. Mm-hmm. And I hope I'm not breaking any confidences here, but I believe there's a My Wedding coming up.
Yay! Yes, there is. In 4 weeks, I am getting married. So my new last name it will be Maria Ray, but it's spelled R-E-A, so it looks like Maria Rhea, which is hilarious because my mom used to call me Rhea growing up. So it's going to be Maria Ray, and I'm super, super excited. So I have 4 children. Jeff has 2, so I'll have 2 stepchildren. We all have, his 2 children are married, so that's another 2, and my daughter's married. That's another 1, and then we'll have 6 grandchildren. So I'm so blessed.
It's a good job you have such a beautiful big garden.
Yes, I love kids.
That's wonderful. Well, congratulations. And I hope you have just the most beautiful day. I know it's going to be lovely, just beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It is at our home and it is outside. So we're praying for no rain.
Although they do say rain on a wedding day is very lucky.
Okay, early.
Right. So Maria, if anybody watching would like to work with you or find out more about what you're doing, how can they contact you or find out more about your amazing work?
So my website is mymagazinegroup.com. mymagazinemediagroup.com. My email is maria.mymediagroup.com. Either way, if they go to my website, they can get it. If they just want to email me direct, no obligation to find out more about it.
That's fantastic. So thank you so much. I've really enjoyed this. There's so much we can learn from your entrepreneurial journey. So thank you to all our viewers, and the names and the website links will be down below so you can pick those up. And if you want to know more about becoming a midlife entrepreneur, then you can find my book, Hot Women Rock, How to Discover Your Midlife Entrepreneurial Mojo. Keep watching for more of these amazing interviews with wonderful entrepreneurs. See you next time.
Thank you.